Hello guys, welcome back. Now today we are talking about a very important topic that everybody is actually thinking about: how free to play is Zenless on Zero. Now there's first of all, there's no real answer. If you happen to find like another video that's going to tell you, look, okay, it's really good, super free to play, they're either referring to 1.0 or they're just lying for, like, you know, views. I don't know. So I want to be extremely clear and extremely unbiased, okay? I think the free-to-play, there's no way for us to know how free-to-play is going to be past 1.0. Now, let's do a little parenthesis and talk about 1.0 really quick, thanks to my spreadsheet that you can find on the previous video, which lists all the pulls that you're probably seeing right now as well. I calculated that we're going to get around 256 mixed pulls in total in 1.0. It's gonna be 142 coupon for the Bangbu banner, 129 standard pulls, and 142 premium pulls in 1.0 for free. Okay, a little less. A little less standard pulls. I think it's like 4 less if you buy in premium pulls. If you buy the battle pass, if you don't buy the battle pass, it's gonna be 4 less. But don't worry about it. It's gonna be around 256. Okay. Now it's important to know this. Why? Because 1.0 it's one thing, and the future patches is another thing. Everybody knows that the release of the game, everything is to be explored. You didn't do any story, you didn't do any Holo Zero, you didn't do any shield defense, you didn't do any achievements, didn't level any characters, so everything is there for you to get, right? So for the first 1.0 is going to be inflated, so the pull income is going to be crazy on the release, so it's super free to play, you don't have to spend any money, wow, okay? Now, after that, that's what I'm here to talk about today. Now, we need a approach similar to HSR, in my opinion, because it's basically the same game with a different combat. If you think about it, it's not open world. It's even less open world than HSR. What do I mean by that? HSR has maps that you can go around and explore for hidden chests. Okay, it's not much. It's not like the bulk of the pulls doesn't come from the maps, so that's not a big deal. But they do have some exploration where you can get some extra pulls. Okay, now Zenless on Zero so far, at least in CPT3, didn't have any chests in any of the maps that you get to explore and to unlock during your progression through the game. Okay, chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3 didn't have any maps with any chest in it. There are some secrets here and there, but it's not they don't give you pulls. Okay, now what I mean by we need HSR criteria, HSR train of thoughts. We need an approach like that because we need some free pulls every patch, like the HSR is doing. You know how they do like every patch 10 pull, just log in for 7 days, you get 10 pull. We need that every time. If we get that every time, plus let's say 5 or 6 big events, or like 5 good events, and then we get some expansion in the end game, then it's going to be really good free to play. Now it depends also on the characters that they are releasing. Early on, they're going to try to FOMO as much as possible, so keep that in mind and try to focus only on one type of gameplay, one type of characters, one type of team if you're free to play, and then try not to fall too much for FOMO. They are going to come back. You don't have to worry about it too much. In the future, it will be like better characters. So if you have to skip some characters, hopefully they don't do insane power creep, right? Hopefully. So I feel like we need some expansion, constant expansion on the end game, because after 1.0 the pull income is going to inevitably slow down because you need to grind something. You don't have the currency to do X and Y. The events are done. You only got, like, you know, like if you go to the spreadsheet there, it's on the, I'll link it in the description as well on this one if you need to quickly access it. If you go to the event portion, you're gonna see that like even the best events like the 1.1 141 Bazaar event it's gonna give you like 420. It's not like that much. It's like 3 pulls or something. So it's not gonna be that many, considering you're gonna have a banner with the 50-50 fail potential. Then it's gonna be 90. It's gonna 90 PD, 0.6%. So it's the same Hoyo stuff. So considering the layout of the game, we do need to have first of all many events. Second of all, constant, like not constant, but like very like frequent end game expansion in Hollow Zero or Shield Defense. I am pretty sure we are going to get a Shield Defense bi-weekly, like Abyss or MOC, that we're gonna have to tackle. So that's gonna give hopefully good amount. But we do need more, because we don't have the maps that HSR has, where we can get chests. We don't have the open world, so there's no exploration. Everything comes from playing the game, story, combat commission, exploration commission, investigation, end game, arcade, right? So we do need more, in my opinion. For now, though, we are getting 256 pulls as free-to-play. It's mixed. It's 142 coupon, 142 premium pulls, and 129 standard banner pulls in 1.0. So if you are free-to-play, try not to use them all, but just pulling randomly. Oh, I want LNC3. No, just get one copy. You don't get the weapon, just get the character, right? If you're free-to-play. So, to answer the question, how free-to-play is Zenless on Zero? For now, in 1.0, it's very free-to-play. For the future, 1.1 and onwards, there is no way for anybody to tell how free-to-play it is, and I really don't want to stay here and like lie about it, okay? I'm gonna be very honest, because I don't think we know. I don't think there's any way for anybody to know. So if you see another video that says, oh yeah, sure, wow, they're lying, right? So there's no way for us to know, because we don't know what they're going to do, how they're going to tackle the game. 1.0 is not an indication of how they want to build the game, or like the philosophy on the game from 1.1 onwards, right? That's when you actually start telling where the game is going, right? So hopefully that answered a little bit of the questions. I know it's a very vague topic. It's a very vague topic. It's really annoying to not have a clear answer, but at least for 1.0, it is free to play. So if you happen to reroll, to get lucky, try to use as little pulls as possible, you will be able to have some leftover pulls on your premium banner and on the standard banner, so that you can pull future characters. So of course, as free to play, remember that you cannot get every character, so you're gonna have to think about saving for multiple patches, at least one or two before you start pulling for another character. So you know, the usual free to play stuff. That with hopefully the 10 pull per patch, because I think we need to get that, otherwise the game is not free to play sustainable, in my opinion. So if we don't get that, at least we need to get a lot of new events, a lot of incentives, a lot of new modes, a lot of new, like an expansion on the arcade, an expansion on the Hollow Zero, an expansion on the Shield Defense very frequently, if they really don't want to do that. But at the end of the day, it only falls on the head of the CEO, whoever is the director of ZZZ, what they want to do. I know that the game is like inspired by a lot of modern and old games that are very famous. So hopefully it's like a more of a work of love instead of just like pure business. It is gonna be business, obviously, but I hope that they also give us a little bit in return. Okay, so let me know what you think. Do you agree with what I'm saying, or do you disagree? If you do, let me know in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe to the channel for more ZZZ videos. I will be playing live on July 4th on twitch.tv/Jakazin. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, do the usual stuff. Discord in description, document in description, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.